Morning everyone. Thanks for joining us for this showcase looking at online retail. It's really exciting. We're doing more of these video showcases and I really enjoy getting the opportunity to sit and talk with companies who are passionate about helping businesses like yourselves. Today we're looking at two great companies that can help you when you're selling your products in the online world, otherwise known as e-commerce. But before we do that, I want to just take a little moment. For those of you who are new to the add-on space, I want to just have a little look at what add-ons are. You see, MYOB makes accounting software, really good accounting software, and it's great for managing your finances. You know, it's things like your general ledgers, your taxes and such like. But your business is so much more than that. You know, in the case of today, your business is about selling online. So you've got stock to manage, you've got sales to process, and you've got website traffic to organize. Well, we're looking at a couple of tools that can help you in those areas of your business, making life easier to manage that process. Now, where it comes in with the account right side of things, or the MYOB platform, means that the data that's being captured up there, your sales, can be brought down into account right, meaning you don't have to double enter. This is great when you're using the MYOB cloud products. It makes it simple and easy to get that data across. It literally is one button click, log in, little customization, and away it goes. Really easy, and we'll see some of that today. So add-ons are a great way to improve the other areas of your business and have that information coming down to the accounting platform. Okay, so enough about add-ons. What about these videos? Well, these videos are a chance to sit and talk with a couple of these guys and really see how they work in your space. The videos are short and sharp. There is no way we could do justice to the depth of these add-ons. They can go beyond. So today we're just focusing on a little narrow piece. Below the video, you'll find links to the websites for both of these great products, as well as links to our add-on site. And I'd highly recommend at the end of the video, go and check out their sites. They've got other videos and other resources that will take you deeper into the product. They'd also love to hear from you, so get on the phone and give them a call and find out more there as well. The video is archived and available for you to share with other people who might also want to be using this in their business. Okay, so that's the add-ons and the video. Let's get the show on the road. I'm going to introduce Natasha from OneSaaS. OneSaaS is what we call a third-party integrator. They specialize in sitting in between the account right platform and online services. One of those services is, or actually a couple of those services are in the e-commerce space, and I think today we'll talk probably primarily around BigCommerce and Shopify. Now, let me just do a little bit on my laptop here to bring Natasha into the stream here. So I'm just going to click a couple of buttons here, and Natasha, just remember to unmute yourself there. So here's the lovely Natasha from OneSaaS. How are you doing this morning?
Fantastic. How are you, Kieran?
Yeah, not bad at all, now that I've got my trusty cup of coffee.
Good.
So listen, Natasha, OneSaaS is an interesting company. As I mentioned, we tend to talk about it as being a third-party integrator. Can you, in your terms, before we get into e-commerce, just tell us a little bit more about what OneSaaS actually is?
Yeah, sure. So as everyone watching this program knows, it's a pretty fantastic time to be in a small or medium-sized business. But if you're in one of these businesses, you also know that there's a lot of different tasks you have to get through every day. But just like on your phone, there's lots and lots of business apps out there to help you get each and every one of those things done, from account right to BigCommerce to help you with your online shop needs, to Bill.com to help you with your billing and so on. And these business apps give every David the tools they need to fight Goliath effectively. But the problem is that all of these apps don't talk to each other. So it's like having an all-star staff that work in silos and don't work as a team. And that's really where OneSaaS comes on. So we get account right and all of your other apps talking, sharing data, and getting on with each other, leaving you to get on with your business. And that makes everyone happy. So with account right, yeah, cool.
Yep, I was going to say, is that frustration then for businesses when they are using multiple systems? Does it leave them with a question of how the heck do I get these things to pieces? Is that the biggest pain point for people that OneSaaS solves?
Yeah, that's right. So there's a fantastic benefit for using all of these apps, and the small business owners, you know, get that. But it also creates a little bit of a problem, and that is, you know, how do I get the most correct and up-to-date information, like invoices and customer details throughout all of my apps automatically, and actually which information in which app is correct right now, because if something's in BigCommerce, is that the same in MailChimp? Is it the same somewhere else? So that's the problem we help solve.
Well, on that point particularly, I was asked by a partner this morning, what happens when you're trying to connect, account right to BigCommerce and you've got inventory? Let's say I'm selling, coffee mugs, and I've got those in account right. Should account right be the single source of truth, or should I make BigCommerce that single source of truth?
Well, I'm actually going to bring in our developer for account right, and he's going to answer that question. So, Paolo, come on down.
Hi, Kieran.
Morning, Paolo. Good to see you there.
Likewise. So the single source of truth for invoicing for the orders will come from the e-commerce system, but account right will actually be the source of truth for the stock information. So when the orders get synced to account right, the stock updates automatically in account right, and then we synchronize that data back into the e-commerce system, making the account right the source of truth for the stock.
Brilliant. Excellent. All right, I think that's a fantastic answer. So in that case, they're playing to the power of each tool. In the case of account right, leave it as the source of the financial side of things, that invoicing part. But BigCommerce being a very strong, leaving e-commerce to the BigCommerce for the sales side of things, and letting account right be the place where you've got those other information across it. It means one place to change a price. You change the price in account right and it automatically flows all the way back up. And any sale that happens in BigCommerce automatically flows all the way back down. Great. So, Natasha, back to you now. What does a typical sort of customer for OneSaaS look like? Do they hit a certain point, or do you get everything from small startups all the way through to quite large customers?
Well, we serve the small and medium-sized business owners, accountants, IT staff, and their trusted advisors. So usually it's about to a company of 20 or so people. After that, they sort of move off onto more bespoke solutions.
Great, great. Okay, excellent. So we've touched on a few different things there. We've got a different sort of customer, and I'm going to guess for different parts of the OneSaaS integration there are different types of typical customers. I know it's a really simple system to use. How about we get Paolo to open up a demo there, and let's have a little look at how simple it is to get, now is it BigCommerce or Shopify that we're going to show actually working in the account right world?
Right. Okay, so Paolo's going to drive this and I'm going to speak over the top of it. So the best way to start off is just by saying, okay, I'm an online store and I'm powered by BigCommerce, which is where I am at the moment. And it keeps track of all my orders, my customers, and my products. So at the moment, I've got 3 orders waiting fulfillment from 3 very esteemed customers, Peter Parker, Tony Stark, and Bruce Banner. Now, if we go over to so we go to MYOB, account right, we can see that none of those orders or customer details are currently in the system at the moment, so they're not there. So this is where we're going to go in and configure with OneSaaS to get BigCommerce and account right working as a happy team. So the first thing I do is I go into OneSaaS and I log in through OneSaaS to BigCommerce and account right, and I arrive at this screen. So then I go and configure these apps to work together, and this is a one-shot only. I don't ever need to do this again. So you'll see how easy it is to get these apps working together. So the first thing I do is I tick a series of boxes. So in this case, when a product is created or updated in BigCommerce, I want that product to be updated in account right. And then when an order is placed in BigCommerce, I want the sales invoice and the contact to be created in account right. And finally, when a payment is created in BigCommerce, I want that payment to be created in account right. Then I just tick on next. And it will move through. Great. So in this section, I simply configure all of the tax information.
Right.
And yeah, it's taking a little while to move through.
Yeah, it's always fun when we're streaming video and audio and a website all at the same time.
Yeah, so this is just configuring the tax and payment mapping. Oh, sorry, I'm in the wrong. Sorry, when a product stock is updated, Paolo, I want the stock level to be updated in BigCommerce. There we go. So now I can go next. It's a user error, not not one SAS. So then when I'm here, I can review all the integrations here, and then I can actually set the integration start date. Now I can go back as far as a year if I want to, depending on the plan I have. So that's it. I can then from here. Yeah, it's really that simple. And of course this saves hours of time for business owners every week, because they now no longer need their auntie on the weekend to do this job for them, or they don't need to upload CSV files or spreadsheets. There's no user errors. It just all automatically gets it done, and very, very quickly. So it's working through it now. And like I said before, this is a one shot only, so I don't have to come back and ever do this again. It's just going to team up these apps and get them working together seamlessly moving forward.
So subsequently, you know, let's say tomorrow now I sell a coffee cup online through the store. That coffee cup order on its own individual comes down to the accounting system. I don't need to see this system run, this synchronization running in the background, do I?
No, that's right. It'll do it. It will sync either, it depends on your plan, but it could be hourly, it could be daily. All of that information will automatically be uploaded, and that's it. So the two products now work together.
Fantastic, as easy as that. I love it.
Yep. And if I then go into Account Right and I look at my sales, there they are.
Oh, fantastic.
So I can look at Dr. Bruce Banner's order, and there's all of the details. That's just been passed straight over from BigCommerce.
Fantastic. How easy was that?
Yeah, simple.
Great to see. Excellent. All right. Well, thank you very much for that. That's great to see. Let's keep the show moving. I know you do have other integration points coming soon. At the moment, it's BigCommerce and Shopify. What are some of the others that people could look to integrate using OneSAS in the future?
Right, well, we actually team up over 50 apps with Account Right. So they're from all different categories. So there's billing and invoicing. I mentioned bill.com. There's CRM like Salesforce. We actually have about 12 e-commerce systems that our customers connect with. So we have eBay, we have AmeriCommerce, we have OpenCart, WooCommerce, Volusion, Magento, of course, is a really popular one. Email marketing systems like MailChimp, a whole bunch of shipping, logistics, and inventory management systems like Coglan's and Next Logistics. So we cover pretty much the most popular apps out there and get them all working together.
Excellent, excellent. All right, so an important question. So many businesses these days are cost aware. Now, this is a great tool for saving time. You've already demoed how quick it is to get that sort of stuff coming across. But everyone will be asking, what does it cost to run this in my business?
Sure. Well, everyone will be happy to know that they can start off with a free plan. So to see how we work, they can join Account Right with an e-commerce system and pretty much keep using that until they hit over 100 transactions a month, or they want to add another app. And then we start from a very low price of $29 per month.
Great, great, excellent. All right. Now, the other question we do get quite frequently from people is, look, we all know from time to time things don't go the way we intend them to. What have you got in the way of support? And also for people who just need their help getting on board and getting going, what have you got in the way of support and training?
Right, okay. So we have live chat available both within our website and also our app. So if you do join us, we're available there by live chat. And you can also go to our support pages, which I'm just showing here, and that's just support.onesas.com. But as you can see, most of the time it's a very simple process to go in and get all your apps teamed up.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Natasha and Paulo, for joining us there. That's been great to see.
Pleasure.
Wonderful to see just how really elegant and easy it can be to join two systems together, and I hope that's been interesting for you. Now, E-commerce using an existing paradigm is one thing. Next up, we're going to have a chat to Lee from Web Ninja. Now, Web Ninja is interesting in that they've got their own platform they use, as well as supporting BigCommerce, Shopify, and other platforms. So let me just again tap on down here and pull Mr. Lee into the broadcast. Morning, Lee. How are you this morning?
Morning, Kieran. How are you? I'm really good, thanks.
Yeah, good, good. Hey, listen, I was just saying then, that Web Ninja as a point of difference actually has its own e-commerce platform. Do you want to just tell us a little bit in your words, what is Web Ninja?
Absolutely. Web Ninja, to put it in a simple sentence, I guess, is effectively a way that you can sell your products online in an online shop. Now, but what we essentially do is we pull inventory data directly out of MYOB. And that's obviously product code, pricing, images, product notes, all of that data. We've got special pricing as well. We pull all that data directly out of AccountRight, and then we display it on your very own e-commerce website.
Well, I'm going to pause there just because you've gone straight to that inventory question, and I'm going to ask you the same question I asked, on behalf of a partner this morning. Is, do you treat inventory in AccountRight as a single source of truth, or do you recommend they put it somewhere else? What's your thought with that question?
Absolutely, AccountRight needs to be the master. So we pull all the data directly out of AccountRight. So any price changes, any quantity changes, that all comes directly out of AccountRight into our admin area on the internet that can be accessed obviously anywhere at all, and then it gets pushed along to BigCommerce and etc. Shopify.
So that must make it reasonably easy for people who already have their inventory in a system they're aware of and know how to use to then put it into the online space. So the next question for you then is, what does a typical customer look like from a Web Ninja point of view?
Sure. We've got two types of customers essentially. The first customer is a customer that's already got experience in an e-commerce type setting. They've probably already got a website themselves that they're manually keying in data and uploading images and all that sort of thing. And then they're getting orders from the website, and then they're manually entering that into AccountRight. So that's our first type of customer. Our second customer would be a customer that hasn't got any website at all, and they've maybe only just thought of dipping their toes into the e-commerce pond at the moment.
So a question we actually haven't got on the script, but I do want to ask you is, what's the biggest fear point for somebody going online? I mean, do you get people coming in going, oh, I know I need to be there, but I'm not sure where to start or how to go about it and how much money is involved? What's the biggest frustration or fear for customers that then Web Ninja takes their hand, puts them on a journey, and ultimately ends up with a store online?
Sure. Probably the biggest point that we have is obviously the reduction of double entering of information. So not only do we take a familiar interface that they're already using, which is AccountRight, they essentially don't have to touch the website at all. They can put their data in there. We pull that straight out of AccountRight. It syncs up to the website. Their customers can create accounts. We can pull account information out of AccountRight as well. So I could have my very own online account already created for me and for your customers, and then the double entering on the other side, which is entering those orders back into AccountRight. So there's a lot of chance for a double entering of data that we're reducing, but also for typos and things like that. We're reducing that as well. So it's essentially a way to have an extra salesperson essentially, where they can have an online store, they can get their data out there without really dedicating another person to manage that entire process.
We mentioned earlier on that you have your own e-commerce platform versus using something like a BigCommerce or a Shopify. What's the thought process of when to pick which over the other, and what is the advantage of using a platform like the Web Ninja platform itself?
Sure. Generally, retail customers they're just starting out. They may go to the side of BigCommerce or Shopify, that type of thing. Certainly, a lot of our wholesale customers or B2B rather, they will actually go ahead and get something custom built. Now, inside of Web Ninja, we've got a couple of options there for that as well. Customers can go ahead and use one of our standard templates, so there's no additional design or anything else required. They can drop straight in and they can go out the gate. Then, of course, there's customers that want a completely customized solution, and we can obviously supply that as well.
Great. Okay, so we've talked about that enough. How about you show us some of the aspects of Web Ninja that really make it sing?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Okay, so here we are in account right. That's come through okay?
Oh, we just lost it. We've gone to a black screen there for a second. Let me just try going back to me there and coming across. There's Lee again. Don't we love technology?
Let me just try that again. Okay.
Cool.
How does that?
No, just getting the black screen. Oh, there we go. Yep, that's come up.
Yep, come through. Okay. So here we are. Here's our account right screen. Now we're actually gone into an inventory item here. The Web Ninja button, which is now out in the stores. So this is essentially where we're going to draw all of our inventory data from. So we've got, as you can see, we've got an image, a product image there. We've got a product description. We've got some custom lists and custom fields that we can utilize to set up categories on the website. So again, we pull all of this data straight out of Account Right, and this is what creates categories and product data on the website. So if we jump ahead, we can go ahead and we can set a base selling price here, which we've set $45 for this particular one. Mm-hmm. Now, nice. once we've saved this data into Account Right, there we go. We perform a automatic sync, which we can set a certain time to. Now that only happens within seconds of updating in Account Right, obviously as it was an online interface there, so we can pull that data directly straight through. Now this is an example site that we've got currently at the moment. Now any changes to product information, product name, pricing, all that type of thing, that all gets updated once it's actually saved directly into Account Right. So just to show you how this would run, how you would run through this through the whole process. So we go into a product information screen here. So as you can see, we've pulled through the pricing, we've pulled through some product notes here as well. We've pulled through the product image. Now we can go ahead and add this to the cart. Now it's a pretty stock standard e-commerce cart, nice and easy to follow. So we've added that to the cart. We're going to go through here and we're going to provide our shipping details. Now there's an opportunity there to set up different shipping methods directly in your in the administration area for the website. So that all has, you've got full control over that as well. Now as we nice. Cycle through these screens, we come to our payment method, which we can confirm. Now we've got some basic ones set up in here, but obviously we can integrate with things like PayPal and third-party payment gateways as well. So that's all something that we can include in your customized store. So as we go through the shipping the checkout process here, we just have a final screen here where we actually go ahead and confirm our order. Now once that order is confirmed directly on the web store, again it takes a couple of minutes for that to sync through to Account Right. Now the final screen here is what we've got here, which without doing any kind of syncing, without any software running in between, we automatically bring this order through directly from the store, and as you can see, it comes in directly as a standard sales order, which you can open up, and there's all of our data. So I've got some dummy data that I've put in there for today, but it brings through all the information that you would normally need to process the order, and then it's just a matter of completing the order and of course shipping the stock at the end of the day.
Fantastic. It looks really, really easy. Nice to be able to see. Now I know as well the sort of website you've got there. There's a full system for customizing that, making it look like my corporate brand a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got plenty of little areas in the admin area where we can jump in there, and I've actually got one up here if I can share that with you.
Always love to see live demos.
Yeah, sure. So this is our test site that we've got currently at the moment. This is what I was showing through before. So this is up and running. That's come through okay?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep. Okay. So we've actually got a back end area an admin area of the site, which obviously only the customer has access to. Your customers don't obviously see this area. So this is where we would actually go ahead and make all those changes to the site. Now, one nice little feature, certainly for customers that are starting on the entry level type type web store. We've got a template manager. So we can jump in here and when that's come through, you'll see that we've got a couple of different professionally designed templates here for customers to pick from. So that's a nice kind of launching point that they can come in here, and this is all done on the fly. You basically select a design that you like. You select a colour. So I've gone with the green one here. I can change that template, and then I can jump back to the store. I can refresh that, and as you can see, that colour's come through straight away. So those updates happen directly on the site. Now there's plenty of options there to jump in there to change your logo, to change your text on all the pages, on the home page, on your About Us page, all those types of things. Now the actual product pages we import, obviously the data's directly out of account, right? So there's that's all done for you. But as far as the actual customization of the site goes, you've got a lot of areas there. You can come in here. I can jump in here and I can change these sliding images that come through. I can link them through to certain specials I've got on, for example, or to certain product pages. And there's actually a wealth of stuff here that your customers can jump customers can jump in there and change themselves.
Fantastic, excellent. So we talked earlier on with OneSAS as well about pricing models. How does the pricing model for Web Ninja work?
Sure. So again, websites are all coming different shapes and sizes. So the standard offering that we have for an integration with, say, a Shopify type setup or a BigCommerce setup would be $75 per month plus GST. Mm-hmm. So that essentially gives you all a wealth of functionality on the site and gets you ready to go straight out of the gate. So there's nothing to worry about design or any of that type of thing. That's already set there for you. You have full access to the CMS and to be able to update those pages yourselves. And that includes obviously the integration directly with the CountRight. Now, stepping up from that, that could go from as big as much money as you like to spend. For really, it's to do with the price and application. So we've got plenty of customers that they've had quite a basic type setup, a little bit of customization in there, but that can get them started off at the bat. But then, like I said, we can do a price and application as soon as customers start asking the important questions.
Yeah, exactly, and at that point it almost becomes how long's a piece of string, really, because websites are those things that are bespoke and customized. So the other question there for you is that compared to something where it's sort of plug and play, there is more customization involved, and so there is more of a training or learning process that needs to happen. What have you got around that area of support and onboarding for new customers coming in?
Sure. So again, depending on what customers pick off the bat. Say if they were in an entry-level type situation, we've actually got a really handy user guide to get them started in their store configured straight off the bat. We've got plenty of help videos there as well. We've also got a really fantastic support ticketing system that customers can log tickets in there, and certainly we're always available on the phone, so it's something that the customers can call through, and we're more than happy to help them out.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Lee, for joining us. I might have to have a chat to you about buying one of those Web Ninja buttons. I kind of like that little thing. So we'll have a chat after this. All right, so there you go. There's two of the add-ons in the MYOB system that allow you to start exploring that online e-commerce space, from the great team over at OneSAS who can wire you up to BigCommerce and Shopify, not to mention a whole bunch of other add-ons or other services, through to the guys from Web Ninja who can custom build a solution for you or also wire you up to those services. Both showed you how easy it is today to be driving your online sales, simplifying your time. Don't double enter. Don't go and take the orders from here and put them over to the other side. Let the API and the CountRight system do that for you. And so, great opportunity to move to the MYOB cloud products to bring these things together, simplify your life, make it easier, make one change in the system, and have the price of the coffee cup change on your websites. So that brings us towards the end of the video. I hope that's been useful for you. As I mentioned earlier on, below the video are the links through to their websites and also the link through to the MYOB add-on gallery. We've got nearly 140 odd add-ons across a variety of things, and you've had a quick glimpse at two of them today. Hopefully that's been great for you. We'll see you next time.